Hello everyone and welcome back to Autonauts and of course to our budding young automated empire. Oh, both of our chargers were out of charge. That's unfortunate. But in today's episode, oh my lord, we've got so many things that we can do. And that is kind of a problem in that we really do have so many new things that we can do. In the last episode, we managed to unlock an awful lot through research. So I'm going to probably let my researchers have a little bit of a break while we consider our options. Now, first and foremost, we have unlocked new robots. If we have a gander down here, we've got so many new parts. Probably the most important amongst them are the crude bot brain upgrade and the crude data storage. These are going to be used extensively moving forward. Now, beyond that, though, we can actually make just upgraded robots, which would be probably quite worth us doing, if I'm perfectly honest. In terms of what we can do for our peeps, well, we can make a few things. We can make things like spiced berries, which we need a crude mixing pot for. And one of the requirements that we're currently building towards is colonization level 2. Now, for that, we need 110 times WUF. Getting that seems to be tricky. It's not just a case of feeding a colonist who's in a shelter, as I had originally thought it would be. It seems that this is something much more involved, and we're going to need to make better food, which also means we're going to need to farm a new ingredient. To make the spiced anything, or herb mushrooms, spiced berries, herby pumpkins, or spiced apples, we need weeds. So we're going to have to set up a farming area for weeds. Also, we probably need to set up a farming area for apples and a farming area for pumpkins. Oh my lord, so many farming areas that we're going to need to do. And that actually kind of ties in to one of the first things that we're going to be working on in today's episode, and that is refactoring. Now, if you've watched any kind of programming tutorial on the interwebs or read any books on the matter, you'll know that refactoring is actually a fairly important thing. Never just assume that because something worked, it's always going to work, or that it can't work better, because it almost certainly can. And that is offset. Oh, wait. No, damn it. Too late. I believe I know exactly what the problem is here. Now, this is... Silkas? Hold up and then come to me, please. There you go. Now, the problem with that sign, I suspect, is that Silkas was just slightly offset when I set up the sign's area. Or rather, the sign was slightly offset when I set up its area. What I've noticed is that a sign can't exist, or rather it gets bunched up, if it is forced to up against a border of unknown area. You can't assign an area into a zone where you can't see. That probably makes a lot of sense from the game perspective, simply because if you did allow for that, then your bots could run off and start doing things off camera, because all of this probably already exists off camera. It's just you can't see it for some reason. Honestly, the fog of war mechanic in the game is not exactly... well, I wouldn't say it's a particularly fleshed out component of the game. But there we go. Nice and simple. You know what? Let's change this. Let's change this to charging station. There we go. Does that look nice then? Can I have mobile charging station? Oh, maybe I can. Let's have a look. Mobile charging station. Oh, perfect. There you go. Damn it. He's run off. What I really need is for Silkas's charging buddy to come over here and interferes. No, sorry. That's not Silkas. We want Malachi. Malachi, head over here, please. I need to change your sign. But as I was saying, we're going to be refactoring a bunch of things. We've got the means now to make better bots. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to cast aside all of our level 1 bots. I'm a big believer in make the most of what you've got. And just because you can build a sledgehammer doesn't mean your regular hammer is no use to. Of course it's not. You need a bot that's fit for purpose. If we don't need a really powerful bot with a gigantic brain for the job that we wanted to do, then you shouldn't use a bot with a gigantic brain for it. And so we're going to definitely have lots of room for these bots, and we're probably going to continue to build these bots throughout the series. Mobile charging station. There we are. I am always so incredibly self-conscious when I'm typing on camera because of my dyslexia. Oh my lord, it is I feel my heart rate just slightly rising whenever I have to do it. It's like, I'm going to make an obvious mistake. Am I going to make a fool of myself? Probably is the answer. I should just get over that. Right. Okay. So we will have room for these bots, but I do want to make some of the better bots. And if nothing else, I desperately want to make some brain upgrades. So let's actually start with that, shall we? Let's pop down a little bot workshop so that our constructors can work on this. And I've got a lot of ideas on how we are going to be able to improve our constructors using signs. Now, what I would really like is, honestly, a way to get... Oh, wait. I can maybe get rid of that sign. Can I get rid of it? Alas, no, I cannot. That is a shame. I'm not a big fan of the arrows. Maybe I'll use them for something at some point. But for now, I guess I'll just pop this sign all the way down here. Let's make it at least look nice. What's over there? Okay, I see. There we are. So that it makes sense, you know? It's got to make sense. There we are. If you want cotton, you go that way. Oh, on the topic of weeds, there we are. We have lots over there. We've also got a couple over... Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, it's grass. Oh, well, that's just as well that I expanded that out then, because I thought we had weeds, but we don't. We have what look like sheeps, grass, some cereal crops, and pumpkins. Okay, not too bad at all. And our basic bot workbench is made. Oh, marvelous. Right, we're going to want a basic bot memory. And the reason why we want this right now is there is one simple task that I think we can get a robot to perform for us. How do we make this exactly? We make it with... Oh, 2 poles, my bad. 2 poles and 2 seeds. Let me just grab that. And this will actually play into why we want to set this up right now. So let's get the seeds in there. There we go. And I would like the pole. There we are. Perfect. We, strictly speaking, do not have sustainable seeds and sticks. We almost do. And functionally, we do. It would have to be a particular set of circumstances that would leave us without a renewable source of seeds and sticks. However, to be very specific about it, we currently only get seeds or sticks when we chop down a tree. Now, if our log storage is full, we don't need any more trees, but we are using the sticks or the seeds at a different, at an asynchronous rate to the way that we're using logs, which is, in fact, very much the case because we use sticks for tools, we use seeds for all sorts of things, then it's quite conceivable that we would run out of one or both of these before we depleted or even touched our log storage. So no more new trees were being chopped, and thus no more seeds or sticks were being made. So we need to address that, and one of the things that we can address that with is a mallet. We can bash the trees to generate seeds and sticks. So I want a bot who is responsible for just smashing trees. Now, I don't think they actually knock the trees down, so they're effectively renewable. You could just have one single tree and then a bot with a mallet and have infinite seeds and sticks forever, but we may as well use the area that we've got over there. However, I don't think we're going to be able to have one bot do what I want it to do with the 12 kilobytes that a basic bot has. Now, we do have a handy dandy little bot over here. Now, if we have a look inside, yeah, 12 kilobytes is your memory. How about now? Okay. You're being silly. Is there a way that I can automatically do this? I mean, I can do that, but let's have a quick gander at you. Let me take that back. Can I control click? Oh, I can. Fantastic. Okay, so that is amazing. It might not be that obvious right now, but our little bot here has got a bigger head because it's got a bigger brain inside it. Oh, that's fantastic. This is absolutely wonderful. I'm very sorry to use you as a comparison there, Mr. Nibbles, but it has to be said that as so far unnamed bot has a bigger brain. Let's find out who it is exactly who has the bigger brain. The Unspeakable. Unspeakable, you have an enormous brain. Well done, you. There we go. But I am not strictly ready for you yet. You know what? We need to set up our bot in a slightly different place. Let's move these things around. Now, this will actually offer me an opportunity to highlight that you can just yoink a whole bunch of structures like that. Now, typically, if you delete a structure and replace it the way that we've been doing down here, then the bots won't, it'll break all of their programming because they're looking for a very specific instance of a workbench. However, if you move the workbench, rather than deleting it, you just literally just grab it and move it, then that's fine. The bot will be quite happy and will still recognize that as its workbench. And to that end, let's move my personal workbench over there. Is now. There you go. Don't say I never give you anything. Right, we want some mallets made, so that does mean that we want another bot for that. So let's go ahead and get our bots to automatically make us a new bot, and then we'll be able to set up the mallet over there. At the same time, I would like some more signs, honestly. Now, we also want crude data storage. In fact, we want that more. 2 seeds, 2 poles, and 2 planks. I think we can make that happen. First and foremost, though, let me just go ahead and pop the axe down so I've got plenty of room in my backpack. So 2 poles, 1, 2. Oh dear, oh dear, they're making a second bot. My bad. I took my eyes off a prize. Oh well. Let's pop that in there, and 2 seeds. It's okay. I guess having 2 bots is not the end of the world. There we are. We're definitely going to need 2 bots, and there we go. And need 2 planks as well. I mean, I couldn't have put those in my backpack, so it's fine. We were going to have to make 2 trips, one way or t'other. This is better than making... What? Damn it. Someone was possibly interacting with the storage at the same time I tried to take the second one, and I didn't pick it up. Damn it. So we ended up using 3 trips. Oh, the inefficiency. Right, there we go. Right, we now have a new bot. Come hither. You can go stand over there. There we are. And we'll have another friend in just a moment. I mean, I'm just going to charge you up myself and move you over here as well. There you go. Perfect. It's fine. Right, so who have we got? You're going to be a new member of the Toolsmiths group. And your name shall be Colty Bear. Thank you and Unspeakable for being patron supporters. Right, there we go then, Colty Bear. Your job is going to be fairly simple. You're going to be making mallets. Now, the thing here, I guess I could demonstrate the way that the programming works. I believe if you hold down... Oh, no, it must be right-click. Control right-click? No. Oh, maybe it requires that they're not currently active? We try. Okay. Well, let me tell Zchris to stop there. There we go. Right. I've picked up the code. Planting the code. There we go. Pop that back. Zchris, thank you very much for your loan of brain. There we go. Colty Bear should now have his brain set up for working on the workbench here. Now, to make the mallet, we don't want stones. So we're actually going to have to change quite a lot of this. First and foremost, we need to set that as the workbench you're looking at. We don't want stones. Let's get rid of those completely. Do we want sticks? No, we actually didn't want any of this, but it was an opportunity to demonstrate, okay? It's fine. There we go. Go grab these, drop them off. Womp, womp. And then we want 1 log as well. Here we go, Cultivate. Don't you worry. We'll get all of this set up. And then you just need to keep going with that until we run out of room at the output point. And then if we just use Control to grab all of these. Pomp. There we are. Cultivate. Continue forever as the Mallet Toolsmith. Perfect. And Speakable, I feel that you would be best served in the forestry group. So let's pop you in there. Right, you are now a member of the forestry. We are going to want you to... Well, first and foremost, grab a mallet if you don't already have one. Then come over hither and wallop a tree. There we go. Now, the walloping of the tree should only be done in the event that this is not full. So, womp, womp, womp. Move that up. And the area should be fairly expanded. We only want you looking at trees, though, so there's no real need to have you have a very wide search area in this case. I guess I could pull it out a little bit further if I really wanted to. I'm not sure if that area is considered a part of the main main area. So I'll keep it to this because I know that the seed hauler and the sticks haulers are actually looking in that area. There we go. But this would be a good place for a sign. A forestry sign, specifically. Right, so that's if the stick storage is not full. Now, we want to do exactly the same thing again. If we have a look down at the seed storage. So, once again, go ahead and wallop the nearest tree. Womp. And once more, just adjust this so that you can grab exactly the same area. There you go. Now, we've used up... We've got one more kilobyte free, I think. In this instance, I believe that the brain enhancement added 4 kilobytes. So with this, do this until your hands are empty, and then we need this to exist outside of that loop. There we go. So yes, now we're into the expanded brain portion of your command set, and there we go. We just do that forever. So whilst you've got something in your hands, go and beat up on trees. Only if you need to. So you can escape from those if you can't find a tree or anything like that, and just keep cycling through. And do the whole loop forever. That should work, hopefully. Let's see if Funspeaker Blair gets to it. Funspeaker Blair, where are you? There we go, with your big chonky brain there. Marvellous. I approve enormously, Unspeaker Blair. I'm going to go and pop this mallet down there so we've got a little bit of a stock. There we go. And what are you actually gathering right now? I mean, they're technically full. This is... Now, I'm not quite sure why Bubbles doesn't fill that to capacity. Bubbles, why is that? Until hand's full, until stick storage is full. Let's have a stop and have a look at your brain right now. No, that should... allow you to keep going. Repeat until stick storage is full. I mean, it is technically full. Sorry, it isn't technically full, which is a bit of an odd one. So Unspeakable is just going to keep walloping this for infinity. Not exactly what I wanted, I will confess. Maybe I shouldn't tell you to do it at break until hands are full. But I would have thought that I'd need to. No, we do need that there. Otherwise, you could get stuck with 2 sticks in your hand and no sticks over here, and everything else is grinded to a halt. But you're stubbornly refusing to go over there because you can't find the 3rd stick. We need that there. And then until that hand's empty, just drop them in there. I don't know why that that breaks like that, but let's see if it will help. We've removed the break, or if there ever was a break there. Let's have a look down here. Do you have a break? No. I'm not really sure. Perhaps adding one would fix it. If nothing else, we can give it a try. There we go. And we'll see if that makes any kind of difference to their brains. Right, you've done your job. Let's add this in there. Go. We've got 25. Okay, and Speaker Blair, you should stop working in a moment. Well, we've got stick storage and seed storage are both full. So why do you keep going? Let's have a look at you. Until tree seed storage not full. Oh! My bad. My bad there. Until it is full. This should be. And I specifically changed it to not full. What I wanted it to... What I was thinking in my head, and what absolutely wasn't the case, I was thinking, do this while it isn't full. But that is really not the way that this is set up. There we go. That should work a little bit better. Perfect. Okay. There. Resolved. Debugging live. What a time to be alive. Right. Now, science will complete passively. Farming vegetables, we're going to have to do that one ourselves, specifically. Cooking, we can make the mixing pot, and building the crude cooking pot, I'm not sure we can even build that one yet. And these will all take a little bit to work on. But that's the main thing. We've now absolutely made sure that we're never going to run out of seeds, and effectively, our entire setup now truly is self-sustaining, which is a very, very nice place to be. Right, the next thing I would like then is a regular sign, and we're going to need 2 planks and 1 pole. Let me go and grab the pole and the 2 planks, and we should be good. There we go. Now make sure that I actually do pick up 2 planks. There we are. You know, more haste, less speed. There we go. Or is it more speed, less haste? I can't remember. There we go. Plonk. Now, I had mentioned that it would be useful to have a sign over here for forestry, but that's not what we're actually going to go for. I think we want to move forward with a more modular design to our base. I think now that we have all of the materials and access to the technology that we have, this would be a great time for it. And to that end, we're going to start with our earliest industry, which is forestry, and we're going to upgrade it a bit. So what I want on this sign is terraforming in progress. There we go. Perfect. Right, I would like this sign to have a fairly large area. In fact, max area, please. And we'll allow it to be linked, I suppose, sure. Though that being said, we don't strictly need to link that area. You know? Now I can just pop this little sign over here. And this area now isn't linked to the sign. It can go wherever we particularly want it to go. And that's exactly what we want. Specifically now that it isn't linked and won't move around with the sign, we can go ahead and set up this entire zone to be for forestry. Now, the thing with this is I don't want it to be the most efficient use of space. I don't want a tree from one corner to the next corner. I want a slight gap around it, so we'll just offset it by one along the X and one along the Y, just so that we'll have a path around where trees can fall. I should imagine that would work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would assume that this is where a tree is, and then we'll have one space over there. And so I'm going to assume that it's the same way along the Y as well. So that is the area for terraforming that we want. There we go. Perfect. Let's leave that there for now. Oh, wait. Actually, it really doesn't matter where I take the sign, because the sign's area is static. That is a fantastic, fantastic way of using that. Now, terraformers, to me, please. We are going to have a very, very, very special job for you guys. And whilst you're waiting to do that, I would like another box built, if you would be so kind. There we are. Thank you very much. Right. Terraformers. I want to have a terraforming team that if I set them to an area, they will literally strip the area clean. Now, I'm going to have some bots inside it that I can turn on and turn off discreetly with regard to the whole team. So generally the whole team would just like remove everything here except down to the floor, but sometimes I might not want them to dig up all the turf. Sometimes I might actually want them to place turf. So I'll have specific robots in the terraforming team that will have very specific roles. But for now, I do actually want the turf removed. So we are going to have your programs just adjusted a little bit. Find the nearest turf in, select structure, terraforming in progress. There we go. And you can grab the spade as and when, like usual. Now you can begin. And chilling with Chuck. Well, I'm going to have you wait for a moment. Now this has been built. Thank you very, very much indeed. Let's go ahead and delete that structure and place this structure down on top there. Marvelous. Truly marvelous. Now with this, we should be able to just yoink that whole thing up and plop it down there. There we go. Ah, so amazing. And again, this won't have broken Chilling with Chuck's pathfinding, because this is still the very specific instance of object that Chilling with Chuck is looking for. There we go. You can use that area from now on and crack on. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to get all of this place dug out fairly quickly. Now, with that said, maybe we're going to want a bit of a friend for Evil Friend with the digging, because I noticed it takes Evil Friend a very long time to excavate an area, and that's because part of this is a difficult job, honestly. So maybe we should set Evil Friend up with a friend. Maybe a less evil friend, though, this time. Aquatami! Welcome to the terraforming crew. Ah, marvellous. Right, I'm going to need you to come over to me for a second, and likewise, I actually need Evil Friend to do the same. Pop over to me, please. Actually, pop over to me over here. It'll be a little bit easier to work with. Right, I need your brain. Thank you for your generous donation. There we go. Now the two of you can crack on. Perfect. Oh, this is so good. Now, you'll both go off and you'll both go and grab a spade. Oh, well, I assume Akotami will. Ah, Akotami can't find a spade because this one has already been marked by Evil Friend as something that they're going to go and grab. So the bots are reasonably intelligent in that they won't both make a beeline for the same resource. One will designate that resource as being reserved, if you like. They will reserve the resource, so then it's no longer a valid target for any searches. But that is fantastic. So now we're going to have 2 diggers taking care of all of this. Now, chilling with Chuck. Maybe, given that you're going to have 2 diggers worth of stuff to grab, maybe I should help you out a little bit. I could give you some faster shoes. I could give you some better battery charge. I could even give you a backpack. I'm not going to give you a backpack. But I could definitely give you a crude bot power upgrade. You know what? I think we're going to want all of these things at all times. Let's move some stuff around then. Let's grab these and pop you over there. There we go. That is lovely and fine and marvelous. And we're going to grab this. We're going to move this up top. Now we've got our tool station down there, which is fine. Now, do you still overlap that? You do, just. But I'm going to have to bear that in mind. You don't go much further than that. Perhaps actually down here is the best place for that. We've got a little bit of an issue with room down here, don't we? Yes. Okay, well, we'll keep that there. But I want a couple more of these. Now, building-wise, I actually think that we probably want another sign. That's the wrong place for the signs. Let's go and grab another sign. And I do actually want this to be a construction sign. So we're going to want 2 planks, 1 pole. Let's go and grab these. Pop my data storage back in my backpack. 1 pole, thank you very much. And 2 planks. 1 and 2. There we go. Now, if we can get a construction sign set up, then we'll be able to have our constructors just go wherever I want. I can set up a large group of things in an area ready. So, under construction. There we go. And much like the terraforming in progress sign, I'm probably going to have this one not link its area. And then I'll just adjust the sign whenever I want. This way I could have all of my signs in a specific area. It would be like a command center. I could just walk up to the required sign, assuming that I can move this area wherever I want. Let me just have a quick look at that. How far out can I move this area? It looks like I can pretty much send it wherever I want within the areas that I've explored. Oh, this is absolutely amazing. This is truly marvelous. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I could have a sign command center that I could use to dispatch my construction teams or my terraforming teams remotely across great distances. Ah, truly, this is wonderful. Right, I need my constructors then. Where be you, builders? There we are. Right, I want the entire group to stop, and I want the entire group to follow me over here, please. And by entire group, really, I mean one at a time, because you all tend to just pile up on one space, and it's not exactly useful for me. Mr. Nibs, could you be over here, please? Thank you. There we go. Now I'm going to go through one at a time, turning you on. Womp. Right, let me pop into your brain for a second. Find nearest blueprint. Want the under construction. There we go. And you may continue your job. Right. There we go. We want... Oh, did you not stop? Oh, wait, no, I didn't switch out of allograms there. Sorry about that. There we go. Find this blueprint. Under construction sign. There we are. Continue. Oh, this is so good. Signs are so amazing. You can use them in so many ways. Right, need to update you as well. Under construction. There we are. And continue. And finally, Mr. Nibs. Here you go. Perfect. And... resume. Enjoy. There we are. Now you'll go ahead and build whatever I place down, which means I can place down quite a few things. Now, how many do we want? For now, I just want the upgrades. We will be getting to the better bots reasonably soon, but for now, the upgrades are the ones that I want. So we want one. Well, we've already got one. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not get the backpack. No, we'll get the backpack as well. We may as well. Right, so I want the bot workbench. Let's give you guys a little bit of room. There we are. Perfect. And that should be built up fairly quickly, I would imagine. Oh, this is truly amazing, though. I am thinking that I need to either give you better speed or better carrying capacity. I think maybe carrying capacity for you. So for the time being, let's go ahead with better carrying capacity. 2 crude gears and 1 pole. Let's go and grab those. 1, 2. I should have gone pole first, but oh well. And now this will also allow me to see if I can upgrade our bots whilst they're working. Because if so, that's going to make things so much easier for me. Did I not have the pole? Ah, damn it. I always seem to try and grab something just as someone else is interacting with the storage and then never notice that it's happened. Like a derp. Right, there we go. Now, let's wait for our friend to head on back with a load of turf. There we are. Now, can I interact? I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I might just be able to nab you as you stop. Nope. Okay, then. Chilling with Chuck. I need to stop. Bonk. No, chilling with Chuck. There you go. Ooh, look at you. So buff. You're as chunky as Aries. My lord. Well done. Go forth. Use those expanded muscles. Ah, this is going to be grand. It's absolutely marvelous. I love the fact that they do update. That is truly, truly marvelous. Right, gonna want either shoes or more power, I guess, for our diggerers. We don't need a bigger brain. We don't need better sensors because they're using the signs as their means of sensing. And the backpack would serve no purpose. So I think we're gonna go with sure, we're gonna go with the shoes. Running shoes. There we go, pole, and then I'm going to need some more gears as well. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Are there no more? Oh, yes, these are larger than usual. Okay, fair enough. 1, 2, and drop that off, and then go grab the last of these. There we go. I had forgotten that was how that worked. There we go. Marvelous. It takes a little bit of time to make these, though, doesn't it? There we are. On that note, ooh, Malachi, you're going to get a present. Stop there for a second. Can I? Yoink. Have you got bigger wheels now? Can't quite tell. I think the logs definitely look bigger. Oh, you've no longer got slim legs underneath you. You've got a big broad waist and massive rollers. Fantastic. Okay, Malachi, you may continue. But that actually makes a lot of sense to give you a... well, I was torn between getting you better charging, a longer charge, or faster running speed. But honestly, the running speed seems to work really well for you. So, let's... can I store that? No, it needs 2 spots in the backpack as well. Well, that makes sense. But we will get a bunch of our bots upgraded. And obviously, we're going to want bots to handle these tasks automatically. This is not something I want to be working on. However, given that the tasks require multiple parts, I'm thinking that perhaps what we're going to want to do is get an upgraded bot for that task. Right, Silkas, hold up there. Let me come and upgrade you as well. There you go. You may be about your business. There we are. Now, I don't know if it's going to increase the speed that Silkas or Malachi discharge their battery because they're moving that much faster. I really don't know. We're finding out, though. Right, brain upgrade. We would want... yeah, the power upgrade. And ultimately, we probably want a bunch of other things as well. What is that there? Is that clay? No, that's soil. Let me just fill that in. Yoink. There we are, nice and clean. We definitely want something like that in our terraforming group as well. For those times when I just want an area to be properly floored. Right, we want 1 plank and 1 tree seed for you. Very well, let's go and grab these. 1 tree seed. We're out of planks. Well, well, well. Oh, of course. We've been using a load of them to replace all the gears that I just used. I mean, that makes sense. Did you just... Oh, no, you're actually carrying the planks up. That's fine. I thought someone just came over there and nabbed a plank out of a storage area. I was like, I didn't teach you how to do that. Oh, no, this is the beginning. But no, we're fine. Oh, and of course, I've just been doing a load of construction. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense, thinking about it. How are we doing there? Well, we're going to run out of storage room fairly quickly, actually. So I'm going to help out a little bit by turfing over some areas where I don't actually want soil anyway. Just to make a little bit more room for all of the soil that we're stockpiling in there while I wait for a couple more planks to be ready. But yes, it seems that our humble construction material manufacturing setup is starting to meet its limits. That's both exciting and worrying at the same time. Just one plank down here for us to get ahead. There we go. Bend ahead complete. Let's go and pop you over here. Now, ultimately, we're going to want to set everything here up to be automated. But that is really not something that we're going to be doing soon. For now, we just want to get the main items being made at all times. So charger down there. I mean, I could, just for completeness sake, put them in the right order. There we go. That'll make things a little bit easier for me. And next up, I want a body. That requires 2 planks and 1 pole. Well, drat, because we're going to be waiting on that one for a while. Alright, there we go. Grab the pole at the very least. I guess I can set this one up as well for the body. I don't really need it to be all set up just yet for the correct thing, since I'm not actually creating bots to automate it. In fact, we won't be able to create bots to automate it for quite some time. Log and a pole. So we'll grab these. Wow, this forest is looking quite barren right now. There's an awful lot of work going on. But some of the other things that we'll get our terraformers working on as well, automatically, is the removal of stumps, and that's going to require someone to dig the stumps into a hole. And probably that same bot can be responsible for digging a couple of things if we use an upgraded bot with a larger brain. In that we could have them tasked with digging up bushes, digging up trees, or rather stumps. Though there is something to be said about isolating each particular task, because then I can activate members in the terraforming crew based on what they would remove, because we might not always want them removing everything down there. We might not, because we might be setting up a field or something, and the berry bush is part of the field, so we wouldn't want the robot responsible for digging up berry bushes active. And if that robot happens to be the same one that's responsible for digging up grass or digging up mushrooms or something like that, then it would make it a little bit muddy. So maybe we will stick with things as they are. There we go. We want this one back to, I believe it was speed. Over here will be backpacks. I guess, ultimately, we're going to want another 3 for the robots, but I'm thinking of having the robot components elsewhere. Although these are for upgrading the robots, I mean, there is something to be said about that, since it is actually something for upgrading the robots. So maybe it should be in the same place that we're building the robots. And in fact, we could move this down here as well. Ooh, now we're talking. Okay, let's go ahead and move some of these items around. We'll have you just down there, like so. I guess we'll bring down my control method. There we are. But we're not going to build the remaining parts just yet. No. I need to allow more and more components to build up. I need 2 planks, for example. So as soon as you're done, yoink, thank you. There we go. And of course, I've taken everything up there, haven't I? Oh, I'm such a derp. Oh well, let me go and set this up to the bigger, better bots. We want the bod, we want the head, and we'll want the wheels. Now, can I carry all of these at once? Yes, I can. They're apparently small items, which is surprising to me, but sure. Ah, I have prevented them from being able to move along the correct route by placing this here. Okay, let me move that around a little bit. Just slide this up a bit. It can live there. That won't be a problem. There we go. Perfect. And yep, I think that's everything. Okay then. Mark 1001. Oh, we're moving up. Suddenly I've got a Terminator vibe. So these are the Humpy Dumpy T800s. And then all of a sudden, you know, we're looking at the T1000s now. A second playthrough of this game, I would definitely be using a very different naming scheme. Okay, let's have a quick look at... Sorry, Interface. I know I just... What are you charging? Are you charging me? That is not a wind-up port. No, 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 my lord. Okay, so you start with 16 kilobytes free. Okay, so we can do something quite expansive with you then. Let me go and grab 2 poles and 2 Cs. I want to see if the brain upgrade... Oh, you've got 2 upgrade points. Ooh. Okay, well that's actually very, very good. But I would like to see if the brain upgrade will increase your mental capacity further because you already have a larger base. Is it a modifier on the base, or is it a static 4 kilobytes? That is an important question. Let's see about this then. And womp. Such a big head you've got there. 20. Okay, so it is a static. Fair enough. Okay. You look hopelessly lopsided, though. I'm so sorry. Let's pop you down. Gigantic brain. Okay, well, for the job that we're going to be giving you... I mean, I could have you working on the construction of these components. That might be worth our time. That being said, having you help out with the stump removal would be quite cool as well. Yes. Let's see what we can do with that. Let me go grab a spade. Actually, before we work on this one. So you're going to be in the terraformer group. There we are. And what is your name going to be? Henrik M.N. Welcome to the Terraformers, and thank you very much for being a patron supporter. Right, let's get you set up then. So, if you don't have a spade, I want you to grab one. So there we are. And then, primarily, within... Yeah, we'll just work on tree stumps. And I'll have you do both the job of digging the stump and then filling the hole. I do apologize if you can hear me snuffling there. And then also fill in the nearest hole. I would assume that they would both be in the same location. So, I think you're going to have to... You need a target ID, I imagine. If it says find nearest hole, then it's more than likely a target ID situation. So, until hands are empty... Then I want you to do all of these in this order. Womp. And the area I want you to find is in the terraforming in progress area. For both of them, please. Select structure. There we go. And just do that indefinitely. There's nothing else you need to do. That's actually pretty simple. You've only got 9 kilobytes there. Wow. And that's even with filling in the hole. So that's actually pretty cool. Okay, well, crack on then. And enjoy. There we go. What other powers could I give you? You don't need... Because you've only got 1 upgrade right now. You won't need any power because you're not carrying anything. You won't need... I mean, speed, maybe, moving from one point to the next. I mean, it certainly isn't a bad thing to have extra speed. Yeah, I guess that's realistically the only thing worth giving you. Are there any other upgrades that we've got? No, there's no point of you having a backpack. Oh, of course, yes. The greater charge. I think going for the shoes is going to be a better one, honestly. So let's get you a little bit faster at moving around. Let me pop that in my backpack for now. There we go. So you'll be able to do your job that little bit swifter. And we've already filled that plank storage up again. Well done, everyone. Very well done, in fact. And I'm going to empty it again by telling you to build a bunch... Oh, no. Let's move that down a little bit further. Get rid of this one. Yoink. And pop that one right there. Because I want a nice bit of spacing there. There you go, though. Enjoy, everyone. We need 1 pole. But that should allow us to... Yeah, you're immediately working on that hole, so you're filling it in pretty quickly. I mean, that's going to really annoy everyone else around, I'm sure, but it's the way it's going to be. Right, I'm going to need you to stop whatever you're doing in a second. Let's come along. Now, the problem is you may well be working at odds with my foresters. It's a shame, but it's what it is. Right, stop. I want to give you this. Whomp. So now you got big locomotion as well. There we are. And you'll leave that. Eventually, you will be fighting each other, but with enough time, the only places where there will be any trunks will be where they're meant to be planted. So we'll have that entire area properly marked out. And it looks like our diggers have finished their job. Well done, diggers. So Aquatami, could you stop doing your job and come to me? Same with Evil Friend. Stop doing your job, come to me. Just get out of the way there. Chilling with Chuck, you can hang around and still do a bit of work there for now. The next part, now the terraforming in progress. Ultimately, I would want my buildings, my storage buildings, to be within the area set aside for the production zone, for the workspace. I don't want to have a separate adjoining area for the storage. There should be plenty of room for storing everything we want inside. So with that, now I know most of my construction is all the way over here, so this is going to be a bit of a pain really, but it is what it is. We're going to have to move things around one way or t'other. Let's just pop all these. Oh, really? Of course. Of course, I didn't drop it. I planted it. I am a derp. If this was on a stream, I imagine an amazing girl would be filling the chat with exclamation mark derp commands. I can have be thankful for the small mercies that this isn't a stream. Right, let's grab you. I would like you very much over here then. We'll leave the path around the side still. So there we are. And this, however, these can be over here. Well, I mean, the thing is, moving them down... Ooh, wait. Would that break you? It might break you. Now, I want these over there simply because this is where these bots work, whereas this is not something that is gathered in the forest. We'll pop this one down there. And this one over there as well. There we go. Perfect. Now that actually will look very, very nice. And ultimately, if we can lay down some actual paving around here, then we can allow the full area to be planted and to worked by the forestry. That won't be an issue because they'll only be able to plant where there's soil. So as long as we restrict where there's soil and where they can plant, then it should be fine. Aquatami, you can be active again because there's a place that needs to be dug up. Because of me, because I'm a derp. Thank you very much, Aquatami. You're fixing my problems. But also, we can now dig up this little area over there. And whilst all of that's happening, I can lay down a little bit more turf around here. So, slowly getting this place looking quite cool. There we are. Getting all of this filled in as well. Gonna have to move all these eggs. I'm not gonna make any of my terraformers specifically set for clearing up items on the ground. They will clear up structures and that sort of thing, but I think if I wanted to set them so they would clear up like eggs or dung for that matter, the amount of work involved in that would just be ridiculous. I'd have so many robots with so little to do. Crystalia, could you move over here for me, please? Thank you. She is. And then I can move a couple more of these as well. Oh, this is starting to really come together. I'm super happy with what we're getting done in this episode. I know it's not much progress in terms of like progressing our developments, but it feels so much nicer to have a proper workspace. My goodness, it's impossibly important to have a nice tidy environment to be doing your work in. Or at least it is for me. We'll grab that egg, move her out of the way. Right, I may have to deal with that one myself. So let's get down there and just dig that up. Simply because I don't think that's within the terraforming boundaries. No, it's not. That's fine. Once we've actually got... Oh, no. Stop. Ah! Clearly, my character has had one too many teas. I know such a thing sounds impossible, but on rare occasion, it is possible to become very hyper of teas, certain types of teas especially. And I think that was evidence that our character may need to, well, certainly not stop drinking tea. I mean, come on, that's like a death sentence. But maybe drink different types. On that note, that was very delicious. Right, okay, so what I could do is I could actually lay down some turf around here in the area that I don't want any trees to be planted. That actually might be a good move. Because the tree may be planted right there, so I want some sort of flooring. Now, with that in mind, there are a lot of things that we can do for research in that regards. I did notice flooring. And we can have basic flooring, and then we can have walls. This is ultimately where I want to be. But construction technology, we've got wooden flooring. Over here would just be, I guess, like sanding flooring. I mean, it's better than nothing. So, sure, what do we need to do for this? We need to get sand, and we'll have crude flooring from that. Okay. Sandy track and crude flooring. I'm on board with this. How do we get this? This is a level 2 technology, and it's going to require an awful lot of time to research. 1,000. It'll certainly give us a reason to set up cooking technology. Oh, let me have a quick look at this. Right, that's the only level 1 research we've got yet to do. A flail, a hoe, and a scythe. But you'll notice that we've now got an upgrade option for our research benches. I suspect you need a research bench of the right tier to be able to do that kind of work. So, okay, that is something that we're not going to be getting to any particular time soon. Or at least it's going to take a little bit more work than I'm willing to dedicate to it just at this moment. But what I would like to have over here, if you could build that for me, is a basic workbench, because we can at the very least get the last bit of level 1 research done. And this will also allow me to test something. If we've got 2 research benches, both researching the same technology, will they reach that technology twice as fast, or will it not stack? That's a fairly important one there that I really don't have the answer to just yet, but definitely worth looking at. Aquatami, I need you to stop and to come over to Evil Friend, please. The other thing that we could do is perhaps some sort of recall clause. Do until something is active, some sort of condition, maybe a box, for example, has got something in it, and at that point, breaks out of the loop, and they just go and wait somewhere. That might be useful. For the time being, though, I think just telling them to drop everything and move to me is something that we can easily work on. That shouldn't be a problem. Beef, can I move you somewhere? I can. I want to take you somewhere where there is plenty of over here. Beef, come over here. You can join the sheep. That'll be grand. And yes, I know it's called a cow. I get this. I get asked that quite often. Actually, it's reference to Weeble and Bob. I can't help but think of cows as beefs. Thanks to those delightful little eggs. I don't think of chickens as clucks and sheep as lamb. No, sheep as I'm not even sure what the correct term for wolves. I guess, but there's also muttons and no. Yeah, it all breaks down at cows. It's just cows that I call beefs. There we go. Let's get rid of all of these. There we are. I would like this grass to grow so I can teach a robot to remove it. That would be rather grand, I think. I would like to grab this if I can. There we are. This whole area is now complete. Marvelous. Right, have you built my workstation? No, we're needing sticks. Really? Why? Is someone out of power, I wonder? Let me have a look at my building crew. Builders? Oh, I haven't got anyone who builds with sticks. Okay, there is a reason for us to have a new robot then. I guess. Let's go ahead and get a new bot made. I could make it an upgraded one. There's really not a reason to do that. Super not a reason to do that. And, ooh, wait. I didn't check something. Henrik, how much can you carry? You can carry 4. Huh. You don't automatically have a backpack spot unless I give you a backpack, but you can carry more. Alright. Thank you, Henrik. That is super useful. Now, I believe there are bot builders should be trying to make a bot. Let's have a look over here. What's up with you guys then? King of Kings? Add to bot assembly unit 2. Okay, well let's stop this whole group. Move to me, and then we'll start you again. And just see if you... Yeah, you come over here. Oh, of course. I hadn't set it up to make those types of bots. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes an awful lot of sense. That's fine. But if you could make me one robot, please, and thank you, that would be grand. And that way... Oh, fantastic, all of the grass has grown. Excellent. Well, we can teach a couple of bots some new tricks then. We're going to need planks and seeds down here. I'm going to have tier 2 bots making the parts for tier 2 bots, because each one of them requires multiple parts, and so having an expanded brain by default would be very useful for us, I think. So let's crack on with that then. And once we've got them making the bot parts, then the construction of the bots will be fairly simple. I can set up a second bot bench for that. There we go. We'll pop that one down there. Grab the planks. I mean, things are starting to look a little bit tidier as is. Oh, damn it. I thought I only needed one over here. My bad. Womp. I'm going to need another one and a pole. It's fine. They're both in the same place. That area is already starting to look so much better, though. Oh, my lord. It's amazing what a little bit of work will do. Pop that in. Pop that in. We're going to want a log, a plank, and a pole. Now, how are you going down there? We've got to get one tree seed is all that remains. That shouldn't be a difficult one for you to do. We've got plenty of the seeds. What's happening? Probably where I stopped them. You've probably got something in your hand. Yes, you do. My bad, King of Kings. I am very, very dreadfully sorry. King of Kings. No. King of Kings, please. There we go. Let me just take that off you, mate. There you are. And now you can complete your process there. Building in some sort of redundant function that would cause them to drop everything after they've done any kind of command probably would be very helpful. But might have to wait on that one, I'm afraid. There we go. King of Kings has run out of juice now, so hopefully a charge bot will be nearby soon enough to get you up and running again. There we are. And drop this off. And we'll have the next tier 2 bot ready to go. And once we've got 3 tier 2 bots all working on all of these components, then that will be very simple moving forward. Hopefully we'll only need 1 tier 2 bot. I wonder if I could stack their parts to make it look like a tier 2 bot. That would actually be quite cool. Let me do that. Womp. Grab you. Womp. What Frankenstein creation have I made? Marvellous. Alright, let's grab you. Thank you very much. Plonk you right there. Right, you're going to be joining our builder crew. Let's get you up into builders. And you are Bone Dragon. Welcome to the team. Always wonderful to see your name in one of my series. Right then, Bone Dragon. We want sticks construction. So, actually, if we pause you there, have we got someone... I might be able to just set you up with the same brain as Crystalia. Crystalia, care you to wander over for a moment? I need to borrow your brain. Because your logic will be very, very much the same. Yoink. There we are. Crystalia, you may go about your business again. Thank you. Bone Dragon, I just need to do a little bit of adjustments in here. Right. I want you to go to stick storage. There we go. And get rid of pole storage. And take from stick storage. There we go. And drop that one. There we are. Nice and simple and wonderful. And there you go. Oh, this data disk is so good. My lord. My lord. Right, with that one up and running, I'm going to be able to make the crude blades that we're going to need to get the research underway. Now, I do apologize that I haven't been able to make nearly as much progress here as I would have hoped, but where is Bone Dragon? Bone Dragon, are you alright? Find nearest sign in. What is the problem there? Let me adjust this. You need it to be under construction. Okay. And go. Will that work? Or is that causing an issue? Does the under construction area have... Yeah, it definitely has it. Bone Dragon seems to be a little bit confused. Okay. Well, come to me then, Bone Dragon. But, yes, as I was saying, I do wish we'd been able to make a little bit more progress, but I think the progress that we've made is actually quite good. What have you got in your hands? You've got 3 sticks, so why? Let me have a look at Mr. Nibs. No, you seem fine. Alacramps, I know you're sorting things out properly. Okay, well... I guess I can just delete all 3 of these and have you go ahead and well, actually, let me take something off you first. Nope, I can't. Okay, fine. No, it's fine. We're gonna delete all of these things. There we go. I want you to place whatever this is. Find nearest blueprint in sign. It should be, or I would have imagined it would need it to be. Select structure, under construction. Yes. Oh, did I click the terraforming one, perhaps? Yeah, find nearest blueprint in this area. Move to blueprint. Go. That should be your logic there, but it seems that the others may not have that. Okay. Well, find... Oh, that's quite worrisome, actually. I guess I could set them up differently. That's a bit of a pain, but all right. Let's stop the whole building group then, and have them all move over. It's possible that I might just need to adjust them a little bit, and everyone in the building group to properly be able to look for construction sites. It's a bit of a shame. Bone Dragon is the only one amongst them that doesn't need it, so I will tell Bone Dragon to stand apart from the others, and we'll get that sorted. But before we wrap things up, I want to at least get the research underway. Oops, my inventory is full of sticks. Or rather, it has 1 stick in it. There we go. And we'll use this down. Actually, I should probably go and grab 2, since we want both research benches. And we can then answer the burning question, will the research benches work together or not? There we go. Now, this blade will be what we want to use on the grass as well. So we'll get over to that in a moment. There we go. And if I pop this down there, let's have a look. We're up to 4 already. Now, there is no way that you just put 4 in there. But just in case, we should be able to watch if this one goes up to 5. Yes, it does. So they will actually work in tandem. That's fantastic. That will help us an awful lot in getting all of that sorted. Wow, what on earth is going on there? Do we need to refresh these things? I wasn't aware that that was going to be a thing. So we're going to need another person in the mother group just maintaining the houses, I suppose. But in the next episode, we'll be setting that up, and we'll be finishing off our terraforming group so that they can handle an array of different things that shouldn't be in an area and just clear that all out. We may have to tell our tree cutters, our forestry group, to just stop their job for a little bit so that our terraformers can also be taught how to strip trees out of an area. And then once all of that is done, we will be able to rebuild this properly and have a massive forestry area. And we'll also have in place all of the required infrastructure to just be able to make more of these as and where we want. But that is going to be it from me for now. I really do hope you've all enjoyed, and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care, everyone.